Tonight on News 6, an update on Conway School Board meetings.
The annual Walk to Remember event returns.
UCA student rides his bike for a cause.
And a food bank is accepting donations.
All this and more on News 6 starts right now. I'm Aiden Barber.
And I'm Barris Teague. Before we get into tonight's news, let's take a look at the weather with Tom Moore. Tom?
Getting a quick look at our weather headlines, we have a rainy day today, which was much needed due to the burn ban and the dry grass here in Arkansas. We'll be having some more storms this weekend, and due to that, it'll cool down next week. But until that time, it'll be 80 and sunny tomorrow. That's it for our headlines. Back to you, Aiden.
Conway School Board met recently to discuss topics that have been the cause of a lot of conversation and controversy. Reporter Ethan Davis went to the meeting to give us an inside look.
On Tuesday, the Conway School Board unanimously approved regulations that require transgender students to use the bathroom of the gender they were assigned at birth.
So Conway School Board just voted to instate a couple of policies that are anti-trans and anti-queer. Policies are going to cause violence against trans and queer individuals.
As somebody who was born and raised in Faulkner County, this doesn't really surprise me.
And these policies that Conway School District implemented tonight are common sense policies. These policies are giving every single student a chance to be heard.
Members of the community that attended voiced their opinion about the issue.
But let me remind you that those who do such things deserve death.
And by the way, we found out before this meeting that there is no single-sex bathroom, non-gender bathroom in this building.
School board members gave insight on their thought process before a final decision was made.
I, as well as this board, care about every single student in this school district.
The policy is just to accommodate everyone.
We have to look at all students. We can't look at one or two. We represent everybody.
Is this policy clear to understand in your professional legal opinion?
Yes.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
I'm disappointed but not surprised.
Ethan Davis, reporting for News 6.
The University of Central Arkansas's Pre-Law Society invites students to a Q&A informational session with former criminal defense attorney Dr. Robert Norville. Dr. Norville is a current professor at UCA and works in the Department of Sociology, Criminology, and Anthropology. He will be sharing his experience at law school at the University of Florida College of Law and his career as a prosecutor, public defender, and more. The informational session will be located in Irby Hall, room 211, on Tuesday, October 25th, from 1:30 to 2:30 in the afternoon. The session will conclude with a Q&A. For more information, visit UCA's Pre-Law Society Instagram at UCA Pre-Law Society.
The Faulkner County Democratic Party is hosting Drive-In for Democracy. The drive-in will be in the Faulkner Square parking lot off Hartrider in downtown Conway. Meet Democratic candidates and talk with other Democrats in the community. There will be speeches and voter information as well. The event will take place Sunday, October 16th from 4 to 5:30 in the afternoon. Free hot dogs and snacks will be provided during this time. For more information, visit the Faulkner County Democratic Party Facebook or go to www.faulknerdemocrats.com.
The 15th annual Walk to Remember is returning this weekend. The Conway Regional Perinatal Bereavement Program is hosting the event at Laurel Park. The Walk to Remember is for infants that died during pregnancy or shortly after. The event, which is dedicated to Mike and Jeannie Smyers, will include the walk, a memorable balloon release, testimonials, and gifts. Lunch will also be provided for participants. It will take place on Saturday, October 15th from 11 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon. One registration is allowed per family, and the baby's name will be read aloud for the memorial and listed on the program.
University of Central Arkansas's honors student Nathan Taylor has devoted his Monday afternoon to riding his bike around the UCA Harding Centennial Fountain. Nathan is doing this to bring more attention to suicide awareness. He'll be lapping the fountain for a total of 125 times for the 125 Americans that commit suicide every day. Nathan will start his ride at 5 in the afternoon, Monday the 17th, and will be going until the final lap. Donations for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention will be collected at the event.
This Thursday, Pi Kappa Alpha will be hosting Pike's Clips for Cancer, which will be a fundraiser for Alpha Sigma Tau member Maggie Sear, who was diagnosed with bone cancer in March. For every $300 donated, one fraternity brother will shave their head. The event will be held at the Pi Kappa Alpha Fraternity House from 4 to 7 in the evening. It will include food, drinks, music, and haircuts. If you would like to donate, Cash App UCA Pike or contact a Pike member.
The Community Action Program of Central Arkansas, also known as CAPCA, hosts monthly food distributions in Faulkner County. CAPCA distributes boxes of food to low-income individuals and families once a month. Normally, the day of food distribution is the third Thursday of the month. The food distribution date for this month will be October 20th from 8 in the morning to 12 in the evening. CAPCA is located at 707 Robbins Street, Suite 118 in Conway. For more information, contact Brady Thomas at 501-273-4058 or by email at brady.thomas@capcainc.org.
The Conway New Generation Church will be accepting donations for its bi-weekly food distribution event this Sunday. The event takes place every first and third Sunday of every month to help collect food and give food away to those in need. The event will take place at 1055 Sunflower Drive. If you need assistance, you can email them at helpdesk@ngcfamily or privately message them on Facebook or Instagram.
The Conway Noon Rotary Club will be having its weekly meeting this Thursday at Hole in the Wall Cafe. The meeting will start at noon and end at 1 in the afternoon. The purpose of the Rotary Club, according to their website, is to enrich lives locally and internationally through service, education, networking, and leadership. The club is also a part of service projects here locally and internationally. If you are interested in learning about the club or even like to join, you can visit them online at conwayrotaryclub.org. When we come back from the break, we'll have more news from UCA, Conway, and Faulkner County. Don't go anywhere. News 6 will be right back.
My father instilled in me the commitment to hard work. He came to this country from Michoacan as a farm worker. My mother and my father had COVID early on. In order to stay safe and be around our players and my family, I took the vaccine. An hour after, I got a workout in. I may not be anybody in this world, but when people have an interaction with me, I provide my best. Maya is 5 years old. We coach her. Others are important. Believe in health and loving other people. That's what we do.
Hey, honey. We thought we'd try something new.
Family Art Hour. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
Welcome back to News 6. UCA College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences is hosting a presentation and discussion called Finding a Balance, Freelance and Family. The department's goal is to excel in developing creativity. There will be 2 filmmakers who will present, named Caro Posse and Michael N.J. Wright. They're also a husband and wife duo. This event will be held Thursday, October 30th from 1:40 to 2:30 in the afternoon in Stanley Russ Hall, room 103.
The University of Central Arkansas will be hosting a workshop called Know Before You Go, Financial Pathways to College. This workshop will help parents and students understand the cost of college and how to prepare for success. There will be financial aid representatives available for any questions you may have. The workshop is offered on Zoom or at Brewer Hegeman Conference Center on October 25th from 6 to 7:15 in the evening. Admission is free. To register, go to uca.edu/outreach/lifestyle leisure classes or call 501-450-3118.
Many students get their first dog while at college. Reporter Kira Jenkins spoke with Lacey Vance over the importance of both physical and mental exercise for dogs.
Walks or playing fetch is an important aspect of keeping your dog healthy. Lacey Vance, owner of Hounds Hideaway, says in her experience, mental stimulation can have the same effect.
Mental stimulation is harder, so that would be the equivalent of you or me doing a crossword puzzle or Wordle or something like that, where our brains get a workout. The interesting thing about dogs is that mental stimulation can actually have the same tiredness effect that physical stimulation has, where you or me play Wordle, we're not gonna exhibit physical signs of being tired, where a dog will absolutely do that after having sufficient mental stimulation.
A tired dog will give you not only some time to yourself, but can help with behavioral issues as well.
I think if you want your dog to be, number one, tired sometimes so you get a break, and then also just to not be bored. They really do need both. So for a dog, it's a bit of a 50-50 game. So it takes 50% physical stimulation, 50% mental for a dog to achieve what I would call a satisfied state where they're not bored. A bored dog's going to get into mischief typically, may have barking habits, maybe even harder to deal with on a leash, little things like that. So if you can do both and make sure that they have both those needs met, then they're going to be a lot happier.
If you are thinking about getting a puppy soon, it is important to start socializing them as soon as you can.
It's better to start when they're young. So if you're able to expose them to different types of people, men, women, little kids, big kids, lots of noises, like I said, even traffic, going on walks. When they get older, they become a more trusting, relaxed dog that isn't frazzled by much, is easier to take places with you, easier to take into a daycare or boarding environment, just a happier, more easygoing dog.
Emily Roberts, supervisor at Hounds Hideaway, shows affordable options to help with mental stimulation at home.
So this one, you would put treats, or you can even put their meals in it. And what they'd have to do is they have to nudge the ball around the floor with their nose. And when it gets to a certain point, some of the food will fall out. So it's more of kind of like a slow feeding option. Plus it's kind of like a game to them as well to get food out. So this one also, you would put either food or treats inside as well, and it pretty much stands on the floor, and they have to like figure out a way to nudge it to where the hole hits the ground for the food to come out, but it doesn't like roll around like a normal like ball would. It stays completely like straight up, so they have to figure out a way to keep nudging it the same way to get the food out like that. So this is one of our more challenging puzzles we give to dogs. So pretty much you put treats all throughout here underneath these little tiles here, and what the dogs have to do is they use their nose to sniff out where the treats are, and so they'll grab a treat and then they have to figure out a way to move the next one over to get the next treat, and then kind of go like all the way around like this. Some more little challenging ones we have is these little circular ones. They have to figure out a way to get the treat, move it back, and then go on to the next one. So it's super, super stimulating for the brain, especially like sometimes I can't figure it out either. So.
It is important to exercise your dog, both physically and mentally. Mental puzzles such as these can be found at almost any pet store near you. Reporting for News 6, I'm Kira Jenkins.
Mental exercise is just as important as physical exercise for dogs in order to have a happy, healthy, and well-socialized dog.
The University of Central Arkansas will be having a study night hosted by the UCA Korean Club. Korean Club is for the student body and individuals of the Conway community aimed at teaching about Korean culture. They have hosted many events such as game nights, cooking classes, and festivals. Their study night event will be held Friday, October 14th from 6 to 10 in the evening in Irby Hall, room 215. There will also be K-pop music to provide a comfortable space for studying and homework.
A stress relief event is taking place at the Crafton Alumni Pavilion tomorrow afternoon. The goal of the event is to help students alleviate stress and improve their mental health. There will be at least one piñata at the stress event to aid in the stress relief process. The piñata event is being hosted by the Latino Student Association in collaboration with Hermandad de Sigma Iota Alpha, which is a Latina-based but not a Latina-exclusive sorority. The piñata event will begin at 1:45 and go until 2:30 at the Crafton Alumni Pavilion.
UCA alum DeKevius Wilson has been announced as one of the recipients of the esteemed Obama Foundation Scholarship. Wilson is one of the lucky recipients, a part of the 5th cohort of the Obama Foundation Scholars. Wilson graduated from UCA with a Bachelor of Arts in African American Studies. He will be going to either Columbia University or the University of Chicago during the 2022-23 academic year. The Obama Foundation Scholarship helps many different up-and-coming leaders and teaches them the tools they need to be the best of the best. Throughout the Foundation's scholarship founding in 2018, it has served 125 young leaders from many different countries. After the break, we'll go to Tom Moore for a closer look at this week's weather. News 6 will be right back.
You quit smoking and thought, that's that. But here's the thing about lung cancer. By the time you see the symptoms,
And I can't let this happen to my kid. So if you want to talk to your kids, you have to get it trending.
No, you're doing it wrong.
let's go.
Can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Got a new house.
I think I found a place that I call home.
Welcome back. Getting a look at our extended forecast for the week. Thursday, we'll have sunny skies, a high of 80 degrees and a low of 44. Friday, it'll go up by 5 degrees and the Friday, we have a high of 85 and a low of 57. Saturday and Sunday, when we get into the weekend, we'll be getting into those storms. Saturday, we'll have a high of 85 and a low of 58. Sunday, it'll get down to 71. That's a 14-degree drop, and the low will be 50. Heading into next week, it's going to be pretty cool. 69 our high for Monday, 41 our low. Tuesday, 66 will be our high, and 42 will be our low. Wednesday, we'll have a high of 72 and a low of 46. Getting into our maps for today, we see rain and thunderstorms covering mostly the eastern half of the United States. It's much needed rain, given the burn ban and all that dry grass. Definitely needed. Severe thunderstorms are possible over the eastern part of the state, as well as Mississippi and Tennessee. We do have critical fire weather in the Dakotas, and also mixed precipitation in Minnesota. We also have this mixed front here that will turn into a cold front and is pushing storms out to sea, and will be pushing Tropical Storm Carl down to Mexico. Moving into our 3-day map, we will see that Tropical Storm Carl will still be in the Gulf of Mexico. It is expected to hit by Friday, and if not by Friday, then by the weekend. Carl is expected to make contact, like I said, if not Friday, then by the weekend. We have high pressure systems lining up along the southeast. We have one in Alabama, one in the Carolinas, and one over Virginia. We have rain and mixed precipitation in the Great Lakes, and we also have possible flash flooding with rain and thunderstorms covering the New England area. Getting into our 7-day forecast, we will go to Ethan Davis for sports, and News 6 will be right back.
There are a lot of words I would use to describe my daughter. Kind, strong,
hilarious. When I think about how much she's experienced in her life, we can't help but be inspired by her every day. So really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
Welcome back to News 6. I'm Ethan Davis, here to give you an update on your UCA sports. A big day on the course for the UCA women's golf team on Tuesday after finishing the first day of the Red Wolves Classic in second place. The ladies jumped one spot to get their first win on the season. Erin Kuhnlin led the way for the Bears, shooting 3 under for the tournament. 2 other Bears finished in the top 20. Hopefully the Bears won't spend too much time in the sand as they travel to the Bahamas on October 21st for their next outing. A few all-conference honors for UCA volleyball and football. On the volleyball court, Bears freshman Kaylin Coons was named ASUN Freshman of the Week. Fellow freshman Alexis McDaniel was named ASUN Defensive Player of the Week. Bears volleyball picked up a few big wins this weekend over North Florida and Jacksonville. This team is heating up and will host Florida Gulf Coast on Friday in the Prince Center. And moving on to football, the second straight week with 2 Bears to be honored with all-conference awards. Tamarion Wilson gets his second straight Defensive Player of the Week award. Wilson had an interception, a sack, and a career-high 13 tackles. Jordan Owens was named ASUN Freshman of the Week. Owens caught his first pass of the season and made it count for 7. Bears football will be back on the road this weekend as they travel to Georgia to take on Kennesaw State. The UCA front 7 will have to have a big week this weekend as Kennesaw State is a run-heavy offense. Kickoff is at noon on Saturday. And that's it for your sports. News 6 will be right back after this break.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Yeah, I know. Look at that. It's so sad.
Welcome back to News 6. Conway was awarded $24.6 million in order to construct a new bike trail that will connect multiple different companies and buildings across Conway. The city was awarded the money by the United States Department of Transportation through their Rebuilding of American Infrastructure with the Stability and Equity Grant Program. Conway local government is making it a priority to help connect Conway and extend different trails in a new way. The decision was made back in August, with the city planning on working on the project in the future.
The Faulkner County Library is hosting a folk concert with Andy and Judy Daigle. Andy and Judy are a folk duo from Boston, Massachusetts. They perform regularly at libraries, coffee houses, and concert venues all around the U.S. They write original, lyric-driven songs that feature vocals, a classic folk guitar bass, and additional instruments. They'll be coming to Conway for the concert in the Faulkner County Library on Sunday, October 16th at 2 in the afternoon. All ages are welcome to attend, and refreshments will be provided for guests. To learn more about this folk duo and the event, visit their website at andijudysing.com or visit the Faulkner County Library page on Facebook. Reporter Madison Perry was able to discuss with Senior Director of Development Greg Weber about the grand opening of the Wingate Center for Fine and Performing Arts and what is next to come for professors and students.
News 6 had the opportunity to speak with Senior Director of Development Greg Weber about the Wingate Center for Fine and Performing Arts its expected grand opening, and the programs that will be provided to the students.
This is, I think, the most exciting building, granted I'm biased, in the next 5 to 10 years here on campus. Not just for campus, but also for the Central Arkansas. So it's the Wingate Center for Fine and Performing Arts. And this particular center will house 3 different arts units inside of the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences. It'll be the home of the Department of Art and Design and Interior Design. It'll be the home, as well as it will also house different branches of the music department. The groundbreaking was approximately 2 years ago when they started actually moving the ground around. And we are anticipating having the keys and the occupancy permits to the building by November, hopefully by Thanksgiving. That means then that all of the students and the professors that over the next month after November will be moving in and moving the chairs in, and we're hoping that barring any delays that the classes in the spring semester will be in the new Fine and Performing Arts Center.
I really enjoy being a performing arts student. I've always loved music as a kid, so it was great to come to a campus that has a good reputation for their music program. It'll be a good fit for students, and then I'm hoping that the transition is smooth. I know that a lot of the performing ensembles will end up going to the Wingate Center for rehearsals and class times for that. And so I'm really looking forward to just an extra performance space.
Weber then went on to mention the main purpose of building the Wingate Center and what the current students should expect.
Right now, our art students are in 6 or 7 buildings spread out all across campus. The theater students don't really get to interact much with the art students. The music students are in Snow Fine and Performing Arts building, but there's not enough space because all of the programs are growing. Our art department has grown by almost 20% over the past 4 years. Pretty amazing. So we needed a place to allow the students and the programs to expand to fit our current student population and growing student population.
And for those future bears who are currently watching,
come to UCA because we have not only the space, but the instructors, the professors, the expertise, and now we have all of the tools necessary for you to be successful in the professional world.
Basically, I think a lot of people aren't going to be really used to the traditional recital setup. This is kind of more modern. So the opportunity it'll provide is the quality of the sound coming. That's my opinion.
Until next time with News 6, I'm reporter Madison Perry.
Part of the Wingate Center is expected to open next month. Professors and students are expected to resume classes in the new building after returning from Thanksgiving break. Everything should be fully transitioned over by spring 2023.
Wow, it looks like a lot of big things are happening at UCA.
That's for sure. I'm especially excited about the new Wingate Center.
Oh, me too. It's been under construction for a while now, and it's going to be great to see it when it's all done. Not to mention all the new opportunities it'll bring for music and art students.
It definitely looks like a great place you could practice an instrument like saxophone.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know you played the saxophone.
I don't. I do play clarinet though, and a little bit of piano.
Well, that's still impressive.
That's a look at your news for today. If you missed any stories or want to get more details, visit us online at ucanews.live.
If you have any questions, comments, or story ideas, you can email us at ucanews6@gmail.com.
Also, you can keep up with us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm Aiden Barber.
And I'm Barris Teague. For Tom Moore, Ethan Davis, and all of us at News 6, thank you for watching and good night.